I will end that war in one day. It'll take 24 hours.
So to have a great negotiation that is successful, you get all parties involved to have an agreement that is amicable to all of them. What's the big thing, though, that people want? All parties involved. U.S., Europe, Russia, Ukraine. Well, to answer that question, we have to ask, what are most wars really about? And for that, we have to follow the money. And the money usually points to resources in wars. Oil and natural gas deposits have been recently found in Ukraine and are just waiting to be extracted. So, just a little bit of insight. If you remember when we left Syria, President Trump said,
"We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure. We left troops behind only for the oil."
We left troops behind only for the oil. So that leads us to an answer to the trillion-dollar question: what do all sides want, and how can they find an agreement that is satisfactory for all of them? So in the end, I see Trump saying something like, Vladimir, your people get a third. Vladimir, your people get a third. And Donald will agree that the large Western oil companies get to develop the oil fields, and the other third will go to paying back the war loans, the rebuilding loans, the reparations to the wounded, and the families of the dead soldiers, building up the infrastructure for the oil, and hopefully some Western agency will do the accounting and disperse the money, because that area of the world isn't too well known for its proper accounting. There's other things that could be negotiated, such as use of the farmland. Remember, Ukraine was the breadbasket of the Soviet Union. There's also a lot of mineral wealth in Ukraine. There's lithium and rare metals that maybe there could be a share agreement. They could also negotiate the fee of the pipelines of gas that go through Ukraine from Russia heading to Europe. And Ukraine will not join NATO, at least for a specified period of time. So we have come up with a template that will allow the falcon, the bear, the bald eagle, and the white bull to be happy with this share plan. So Zelensky will go to his people and say, we did a win-win-win situation. We will now get reparations for our injured and the families of dead soldiers. We will be provided money to rebuild. Then Putin will go to his people and say, patriots, we can proudly hang our flag knowing that we don't have an adversary on the border. This agreement provides access to a warm water shipping port and oil and gas rights on the Black Sea. There's access to agricultural land. Russian-speaking enclaves will be able to vote for their own future. Since all objectives have been met, I hereby conclude this military action. Then Trump will come out and he will say, Yes, it was a win-win-win situation. I negotiated the deal. The U.S. is getting paid back. That's if it turns out a nice, happy ending. We would all benefit from hearing your comments and suggestions in the forum. This is Brian Diederich.
It's Edsel.
Signing off.